Hello, good people. How are you guys doing this evening? I hope you guys have had a grand day. You, I, this whole chat, everybody has been wondering why did they rent up in this guy's house for just stupid little charges for showing himself? Now we know why, chat. Now we know why. Y'all ready to get into this? This is going to get morbid. This is going to get gross, but it has to be discussed. Let's go, chat. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby.
If they don't like it, they can stay mad as hell. We don't apologize. Make them mad, make them lose their mind. Say it too real, watch them fall behind. Let them talk shit while we rise instead. Fuck their opinions, make them mad, make them mad, make them see red. Every damn word goes straight through their head. No fake smiles, no peace to add. We just show up and make them mad. I built this lane out of broken glass. Why they fake laugh? I just outlast. Back row grip with a digital bite. Turn every comment into a fight. They want me quiet, they want me tame, but I'm too damn loud for the little game. I don't fit boxes, I break the frame, and I carve my truth right into the name. Let them screenshot, let them complain. I turn their hate into propane. One spark hits and the whole thing blows. That's just how this damn channel goes. Make them mad, make them lose their mind. Say it too.
Wait a minute. Y'all in here? Are y'all in here? Turn the fuck up. What's up, chat?
Watch them fall behind. Let them talk shit while we rise instead. Fuck their opinions. Make them mad. Make them mad. Make them see red. Every damn word goes straight through their head. No fake smiles. No peace to add. We just show up and make them mad. Talk real tough from a glassy screen, but fold like cheap chairs when it gets mean. I don't chase trends, I chase impact, and I leave a mark that don't fade back. This ain't for clout, this ain't for fame. It's for the ones who remember the name. Aggressive defiance, carved in steel. Say what I want, don't ask how they feel. They got a problem, they can line up next. I don't do threats, I just redirect. Turn their noise into content fuel, and watch them look cool, looking like fools. Yeah.
Hi,
They wanted
baby.
silence. They got volume instead.
What's up, everybody?
They wanted calm. We brought chaos. Make them mad, make them lose their mind. Say it too real, watch them fall behind. Let them talk shit while we rise instead. Fuck their opinions, make them mad, make them mad, make them see red. Every damn word goes straight through their head. No fake smiles, no peace to add. We just show up loud and make them mad.
Good, everybody. I swore if I released that song, it would be a #1 hit. Absolutely. If I released that song, it would be a #1 hit, y'all. I really, truly believe that. It's got a good melody. The vibe is good. Everything is straight with it. And we make them mad. What's up, everybody? How the heck are y'all doing, man? Appreciate y'all being here, man. I appreciate you guys coming through and hanging out with me on this true crime day we're going to be going through. I kind of figured this would be happening, but we didn't talk much about it, you know? We didn't talk much about it. What's up, Hank Bridges? Good to see you, man. What's up, Mindy? Hello, everybody. Christine Rawlings, how are you? Chrissy with a K. What up, Chrissy? Regina. What's up, y'all? What up? Teresa, what's good? I figured I'd hit you with some content tonight. You know, ain't nothing else going on in the content space. How you guys, man? You guys have a great day. Kimmy, what's up, Kimmy? How are you doing, Knockout? Kimmy KO1364. What's up, Nazreen? Good to see you in here. I hope y'all had a great motherfreaking weekend. Tomorrow is Sunday. Amy, how are you? Amy. Eden, how are you, Eden? Bambinator, what's up, Bambi? What's up, Bambi? Good to see you, beautiful people. There's Rebecca. Hi, Rebecca. There's Nana Bananas too. What's up, Nana? Hey, what's up? I need to get my vape, y'all. Plus I need a little bit of time to roll through this, so we can get this thing started. My kitty's mad at me. My kitty cat is mad at me. I threw away his cat tree because it was getting older. I had it for like 2 years. I threw it out. He's mad at me. He's like, "Damn, Dad, you threw my bed away." I think I'm gonna get cat wall furniture because I've got a big wall in my living room that I just don't know what to do with. So I think I'm gonna put cat furniture on it and let my cat play on the wall. What do you guys think? Like wall furniture for the kitty cat? I've seen some I like. I need a lot of it. Yeah, I need a lot of it. Something like this. Something like that. I like that. It's got hidey holes in it. It's got like shit he can climb up, climb down. It moves. It's got that seesaw thing. I think about getting one of those and a different set, something like this that's got a pole on it for him to scratch. Get him one of those sets. See how it's got like a wall scratch, it's got a pole scratch. Get him one of those and one of these. He'd love it, right? Does he use it? I like that one. That 13-in-1, that motherfucker's $80, yo. So I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. What's up, Miss Robinson? How are you? Miss Robinson, Twisterella. What's up, y'all? Nana Bananas. Kind of decorative, also. That's what I was thinking too. What's up, Miss Wilson? Let's get into the content, man. That's what you guys are here for, and that's what I'm here for as well. This case of the 16 children being found in that home has took a major turn. And I have to say that I'm not really surprised by it. Are you? I think it's fucking grotesque. I think it's disgusting. Yeah, he's a pole dancer. Karma the pole dancer. Hi, hillbilly. I think it's disgusting, but I'm not really surprised by it because I knew there was something else. There had to be. There had to be. Oh, this is grim, dude. This is so grim. Let's go ahead and bring it in, man.
I'm Anjanette Levy, and this is Crime Picks. After state agents discovered 16 children in a home in rural Ohio, their parents have been indicted, and so have other people. Gary Siders Jr. and his wife Elizabeth were taken into custody.
So, the family has been indicted. They are indicted. Charges are on them. And also, they're not the only ones being indicted. Apparently, there's a whole a ring of this going on. Like, this is crazy, bro.
Investigation.
Yeah, there's the one up. Yeah. Let's do this, y'all.
On June 30th,
this is crazy.
After their children were discovered in a home on Omer Street, Gary Jr.'s parents, Gary Sr. and Christina Siders, were also arrested. All were charged with 16 counts of child endangering and entered not guilty pleas. The elder Siders have now been indicted on felony and misdemeanor counts of child endangering. Elizabeth and Gary Jr. face similar charges and charges involving sex with minors.
Fucking gross, man. Just disgusting. Hello, Mindy. Hi, Rebecca. Just disgusting, man. Why did we have to go there, though? You know? But I knew there had to have been more of just not taking care of them. You know? I knew there had to have been more than just not taking care of them. And I knew that the police didn't just show up because he had a warrant for public indecency.
Here's Vinton County Prosecutor William Archer with the news.
These cases began as an investigation into family child sex abuse. Law enforcement sought the DNA of Gary Siders Jr. related to the child sex abuse case. Once Siders Jr. was located.
Okay, so they were investigating a child sex abuse case. Okay? That's what they were investigating. So they wanted his DNA in this child sex abuse case. There's something else going on, and they said that his DNA needed to be gotten.
Search warrants were executed to secure.
So that's why they went into his house. It didn't really surprise me so much, Bean. I'm just being honest, because I kind of felt like it just kind of felt gross. Like something had to be more to it. So, like, am I thrown off by it? Yeah, because it's gross. It's fucking disgusting, man. Anybody that's playing with kids and doing this type of thing with kids. But am I surprised? Not really. These people are gross.
His DNA for genetic testing. Upon serving the search warrants for the child sex abuse case, the existence and condition of the 16 children at the Omer Street house became known.
Okay, so they didn't even know. They didn't even know about these children until they went to the house to get fucking DNA on him on another child. Like somebody else has got a child sex abuse case on them.
Child sex abuse cases involve intrafamily relations and do not pose a risk to the general public, and I would also add, does not involve human trafficking. This case all started with diligent Dollar General clerks calling authorities with concerns over children they observed.
Awesome. Clap it up for the clerks, y'all. Clap it up for the clerks, man.
We ask the public to be mindful of the circumstances around them, especially involving children. We continue to ask for the public's respect for the rights and privacy of the child victims in this case. I'd like to add a thank you to the Vinton County Sheriff's Office and BCI for their investigative efforts, which have been amazing. This case is going to be prosecuted by myself, Kara Keating, Assistant Attorney General, and Annika Collins, Highland County Prosecuting Attorney. Thank you.
So the prosecutor says this case involves family members. Vinton County Sheriff Ryan Kane elaborated.
You nasty motherfuckers. You nasty, nasty, nasty people, bro. When can we get some better punishment for these types of people? No, that's not why they went in, Mindy. That they just told us that's not why they went in. They went in to get a DNA from him on another case that they were already on. They were already on.
On the investigation and how it started.
A Vinton County grand jury today has issued indictments in 3 criminal cases involving sexual abuse and child endangerment. These charges stem from criminal investigations conducted by the Vinton County Sheriff's Office and the Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigations, BCI. The cases are being prosecuted by
The thing about him showing himself is a completely different charge, y'all. That's something way different than what all this is. That doesn't even have anything to do with these kids as far as I know.
Vinton County Prosecutor's Office with the assistance from the Highland County Prosecutor's Office and the Ohio Attorney General's Special Prosecutions Unit. In December of 2025, at the
So in December of 2025,
requested the Benton County Sheriff's Office, BCI's Special Victims Unit, opened an investigation into allegations of sexual abuse involving 2 children. Information obtained in this investigation prompted BCI in March of 26 to open a second investigation, this one involving allegations of unlawful sexual conduct with a minor.
Sexual abuse, unlawful sex with a minor.
On June 30th, authorities executed a search warrant at a residence in Hamden, Ohio, and Benton County on Omer Street. There have been a lot of speculation and questions regarding the June 30th presence on Omer Street in Hamden. These indictments provide some insight into the ongoing investigation. However, to preserve the integrity of the ongoing investigation and to protect the victims, I conclude my statement here. I am thankful for the work of my deputies and our fellow partners at BCI. We will continue to pursue justice in these cases.
The grand jury has indicted Gary Siders Jr. and Elizabeth Siders on 4 felony charges each, 2 counts of sexual battery and 2 counts.
So the older ones, the mother and father, aren't getting the sexual crimes. The minor was 10 years younger than them. Well, aren't they like 30 now? Yeah, the kids are separated. Some of them, I believe. I'm not totally sure, so that's not what I'm saying for fact. But that county didn't have enough resources to even house 16 kids all at once, you know? I hope that they're safe. That's the only thing that I can hope for. Because some of the children in the Turpin case, when they took those children out of the home, they actually got treated bad where they went too.
Counts of unlawful sexual conduct with a minor. I've learned law enforcement learned of Gary Jr. and Elizabeth during a separate sex abuse investigation that started.
Damn. Hello, Lorna. Damn. So there's a whole nother investigation going on that he gets brung up in and she gets brung up in. That's why they went to their house, because they wanted DNA, because he's being investigated for something completely different. The grandpa hit the worst charge now. What's he got? I might have missed something.
December
Hold on.
of 2025. Okay, so to really dig into these breaking new details, I want to bring in Ron O'Brien. He is the former Franklin County prosecutor. Franklin County surrounds and is part of Columbus, Ohio. So, Ron, thank you so much for coming on. Just first of all, your reaction to both Gary Siders Jr. and Elizabeth Siders being charged with sex crimes involving minors.
Well, that was somewhat telegraphed, as we talked about the other day, by a statement of the prosecutor from Benton County in opposing reduction of bond for Elizabeth. And so we knew something was coming. What seems surprising about this, and it is really unclear as to who the alleged victims are, it looks like the indictment or charges against the 2 Siders go back to 2022, the first quarter of 2022.
Wow. 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 2022
against unnamed victims, but they were related to the investigation of the other 2 people indicted on sex offenses today. Curiously enough, the press release indicates that the victims were not a member of the immediate family of the Siders, but at the same time, the statement given by the county prosecutor would seem that perhaps they were. So that's something that you and others are going to have to dig into and clarify.
And you know what? I bet it come from getting these children, separating them, okay? Separating them and cracking them, right? because they're going to be like a code to crack. These kids are going to be so scared. These kids are not going to know what's going on. And this is what's going to happen, you know? Like, they're just going to start telling, and I think that's what's happened. That's crazy, dude. I don't know, man. It's Rebecca. It's scary to even think about, man. With 16 kids, there's sexual abuse going on. It truly was a house of horrors. I mean, it truly was. That is so scary to think about for a child. And the sad part about it is these children just grow up in it thinking that it's normal. And it is 100% not fucking normal.
Yeah, we're digging into that for sure and clarifying. And I want to read what the press release says. It says the indictment alleges that between January and September 2022, the defendants engaged in sexual conduct with a minor more than 10 years younger than their own age. The victim is not a member.
So they did this in 2022. They probably did it with a fucking 16-year-old? No, it's got to be even younger than that, doesn't it? It's in Ohio, so. Now, that's what I was getting ready to touch on, Rebecca. Damn, you took the words right out of my mouth. Can we talk victim with fucking mama now? I don't think that's on the table anymore, is it? I don't think that it could be, because she might be forced. But let me tell you, a woman would do a lot of things to protect her children from being harmed like that. And all right, I got you, Mindy. And I think telling on her, yeah, I don't think she's a victim anymore. I think she was as sick as her husband. Absolutely gross, man. Yeah, you hurt my children and you might get the old me back out. That would be the only way, really. Sometimes when I drink, I get, back into, like, I don't know, the old me a little. But I don't know. I feel like if you hurt my children, everything's off the table, man. We're going to death. And I've had friends of mine lose their children, you know. So I can kind of understand what they went through, and I could never fully understand, though. Doesn't look that way. Hi, Hummingbird.
Of their immediate family.
Because she's charged with it too.
It said, he said, this says not a member of the immediate family. However, the prosecutor said this was an intra-family thing. So are we left to believe it's not their own children, but potentially,
cousins?
Another child in the family.
Yep.
And at least since the two investigations were tied, the ones for which the indictment on the sex offenses against the Siders today arose from the investigation of the other two men indicted in the case.
There's two other dudes that they arrested as well, that they had children fucking with kids. So I don't even know if they were fucking with their own kids or if they were fucking with somebody else's kids. That's like, they won't release that. And that's yet to be determined, but I'm sure it's going to come out. People will talk. I don't know what I would do, Lily. I honestly don't know what I would do. I hope not. I hope I don't have to do that, but Our cousin came forward. Yeah, we know about that one, Bean. We covered that shit. Yeah, this is a big family thing where they like children. And they're all pedos.
may be that the same victims are involved, and that in the course of the first investigation, the victims relayed that the Siders also were involved either with the knowledge of the two other men also indicted today, or whether or not they was a follow-up.
And I've learned that investigation one, which involves Josh Saunders and Brandon
Blast his ass out. Josh Saunders.
Henderson. This
Brandon
is investigation
Anderson.
one that it began in December of 2025. The information about Gary Siders Jr. and Elizabeth Siders was developed from that investigation. So that is what led the law enforcement officers initially to that house on June 30th. People were saying, oh, it's because they went there for a public indecency warrant for Gary.
Wait a minute. Don't say people were saying that, lady, because your ass was saying it too. Can we stop it, lady? That's the bullshit I don't like, because she's been my main reporter going to this. We all know that. We watch her all the time about this case right here. And she herself said they showed up with a warrant over this, and this. Like, you questioned it, of course, but you did report it.
Junior, I think you and I knew the whole time, and I've been saying the whole time. No,
I love it. I think you and I know. No, me and this chat knew. Yeah, we all Cobes hated him. Yep, he's not the real Josh Saunders.
they didn't go there with a search warrant for a public indecency case. This was going to be
reported, so just act like it's what you had to report. That's all the information you were given. So we're not like holding you to it, but like hear you saying this stuff is like weird. Like, she didn't ever report that. Like, get over yourself, lady.
be much more serious.
Yeah, and I think we both kind of concluded that at the time, based on the conduct of the investigators. You don't have the Ohio Attorney General down in Vinton County for a warrant on a.
Yeah, that's how we knew was from her, man. Like, you don't have to go on this, oh, I did it this way because I knew that. Like, you don't have to do that, man. You're a reporter. You can get away with being wrong when you're just reporting the news that you have. Because people expect that there's going to be wrongs when you're just giving the news that you have. But like coming on here fucking saying, well, I knew better. We knew better. No. You didn't report that.
Exposing case.
But it's cool, Angela.
And it's interesting how that exposing case may tie in with these subsequent charges. The only thing I can try and extrapolate from this is either the two men that are charged in the case as well are providing information to the prosecutor and the attorney general that led them to the Siders, or alternatively the victims in that case provided information that the two men.
Well, I don't know, because they were fucked with in 2025, and then they come up in 2026 and get Elizabeth in them. Probably somebody's telling. One of them guys are telling on this family. And it could be more, dude. There could be a whole sex ring, dude. They could have been getting money by selling their kids. They didn't work. How the fuck they have a hat? Like, they could have been doing really bad things now. Like, my mind is open for all of the bad things to be happening, because look what just came out, dude. They're sex pests. They're fucking nasty.
And not only perped on them, but that the Siders were involved in sexual misconduct with them. Either of those options would tell me is likely as to how they got on the doorstep of the Siders with the search warrant this summer.
And, we still have pieces of this puzzle that we are assembling. One thing that really piqued my interest was that William Archer, the Vinton County prosecutor, said that alert Dollar General employees contacted law enforcement about their concerns about some of the children that they.
Yeah, they got 2 each. He's got 2 counts of sexual battery and 2 counts of unlawful sexual conduct with a minor. Both of them got it. Yep. These are sickos. Ohio sickos. They're in every state, though. I'm not trying to blast Ohio because Ohio's beautiful. But every time I turn on my news or slide over into my Google feed, I just keep seeing news about people hurting kids, bro. Like, what is going on in our world today? Is it my algorithm? Yes. All 4 don't remain held. Only 3 of them remain held. The old man's out on bond, on a right bond, on a signature bond. The old man and the old woman didn't pick up the 4 charges like Elizabeth and her fucking nasty ass husband did. That Gary dude's weird and nasty.
Saw with Gary Jr. and Elizabeth Siders. They were very concerned. And so it seems like potentially we may have had a couple of different things going on here. We have Dollar General employees, and then we also have this investigation 1 where information is gathered and gleaned about the couple. And all of that was enough to potentially get this search warrant for the house on June.
Well, did you listen, Angelina? Like, did you listen? He said we needed his DNA in a crime that might have been committed, which would probably be with those other 2 dudes back in 2025. So they wanted his fucking DNA. That's why they were there. That's why they had a search warrant. When they come for your DNA, it's a search warrant of your body. That way, if you don't decide to give them your blood, guess what they're going to do? They're going to lock you up, take you to the hospital, and they're going to hold you down, and they're going to get your blood that way. Like, that's what the search warrant was for. So what happened is they knock on the door, they enter probably to talk to him and tell him what the deal is, and they see what the fuck is going on. Will you really be kind? This is sad. It is. I see it a lot now. I have actually been seeing it way more than I ever have. Like, this is kind of wild, man. This is a little bit crazy, guys. We're talking a lot of children, man. And if there's one thing I will make videos about and stick up for, is kids, dude. Women and children. Every day, all day. I don't give a fuck.
30th.
Yes, and at least it's probably the addition of all that kind of information, potentially from co-defendants, victims on the first case.
Well, what we need to do is make punishments much more stricter. Like, we need to amp up the period of time that someone does. Like, these PDF files, they are getting away with this shit because they're not made to do much time. They're not made to go amongst the wolves when they go to prison. Guess where they go? They go amongst all the other PDF files. You know what I'm saying? We need to tighten that up big time.
And the children may have said something at the Dollar General to an employee there that piqued their interest and passed it on to law enforcement. And then they were already looking into the matters the other 2 men and the Siders had been involved in going back. That's 4 years that the alleged misconduct in that case is alleged to
greatly
occur.
Appreciate it.
What's very interesting to me about this, Ron, I went down to Vinton County, and employees at the Dollar General said to me, I'm really sorry. I can't talk to you. I can't talk to you.
Wow.
And I thought maybe it was a corporate
Dollar
thing.
General.
Corporate came down on them and said, no, we don't do that. Because a lot of times when you're dealing with these big chains, you have to go through, the corporate media relations office and things of that nature. And now I'm wondering, were these the people that potentially called in to law enforcement?
And that well could be the case, and the law enforcement personnel would have told them not to talk to anybody such as yourself or others.
These allegations involving Gary Jr. and Elizabeth, as you stated, go back years. But as we know, things like this, I mean, it doesn't seem like it's usually a one and done.
No.
So the
No,
sheriff
this is sick.
said that this investigation is ongoing. And we know from the Vinton County prosecutor telling the commissioners we're seeking permit.
Okay, I got a question, chat. If the case is still ongoing, it means they can add more charges to the indictment, or they can even bring a superseding indictment, right? We've all seen that happen where they come with even more charges. Who says that some of the kids are going to say they were sexually abused? What do you think? Do you think that's next, and they're going to tack on even more charges from their own children? Because a pervert just don't do it to someone else's kids when he's got 16 at home. You know what I mean? Probably other victims. Yeah, Gary needs to be taken out back. That's a fact. Gary needs to be taken out back. He probably will be if he gets to the prison yard. Or he'll fucking bitch up and go to protective custody. We don't know. But if he ever gets to a prison yard, he'll have to walk pretty fucking safe. Because even people that have like sex crimes, they still don't like people like Gary. So like people that go to like a sex crime prison, like people that hurt women or do that, they don't like chomos either. You know what I mean? So and there's a lot of children here, dude. As he should. As he should. That's that guy should be, I'm not going to say the T word that rhymes with orchard farms, like orchard farms. The T word that rhymes with that. I'm not going to say that, but he should not have one waking day comfortable anywhere he goes in the system. He should never have one waking day where he's comfortable, where he can just get up and go about his day. No, he should never have that. He should have something on his mind all the time.
In custody of the children, that's going to happen, and they will more than likely be successful in obtaining permanent custody of the children, especially if there's a conviction on a sex crime.
Are we even discussing that at this point, chat?
If this investigation is ongoing, is there going to be more there? Are we going to see potentially more indictments?
That's what I
just said. At least if they thought they had enough.
That's what I just said. A superseding indictment may be coming. Because you know why? I think these children are going to come out with some stuff that's going to blow our minds. Because I'll tell you one thing. You start making these kids' lives more better and more happier and more joyful, they'll start talking on their parents. They will. Even the older ones especially. Yep. Yeah, I don't even know why we're talking about getting the kids back. There's no way possible. That's OV. That's OV. What's up, Rach? I don't know, man. I don't even know what would do this. Like, this is definitely probably mental illness. Like, because you have to be mentally fucked up to even do something like that to a child. So that, and I still say drug use too. I still stick by my drug use claims.
Sexual misconduct, I would have included it in the indictment today. And so either they don't have enough because it wasn't going on inside the family home, or the children are still in the process of being interviewed, going through social workers and psychological treatment and testing, and they may not want to proceed at this point. They can always, as you know, produce a superseding indictment with new charges, new victims after they're arraigned on this indictment and while it's pending.
Did
Ron,
not
let's
just
move
say
on now
that.
to the
What do you
elder
know, chat?
Siders. Gary Siders Sr. is 73 years old. He's out on a signature bond wearing a GPS bracelet. When he was released on that signature bond because of his serious medical issue,
Should he really be out of jail? Like, with all this coming out, should this guy really be out of jail on a signature bond right now? I don't know if that's right. I'm going to be honest. I don't know if that's right. Yep, when they do figure out that they can be happy in life, Mindy, and when they do finally see that people do care about them, you know what I mean? I think they'll start talking. I don't know why he's out of jail, man. I think maybe they should go revoke that bond, see how his health is doing, figure out what the treatment needs to be, and revoke that shit.
the Vinton County prosecutor said, look, he's not a threat to the public. But he and his wife, Christina, the grandparents, have now been indicted. They're facing 2 counts of child endangering felonies in the 2nd degree, 10 counts of endangering children, felonies of the 3rd degree, and then 7 counts of endangering children. Those are misdemeanors. They are not charged with any sex crimes. So how do you see their cases ending up? Because I mean, they're challenging their competency, or at least their lawyers are saying they may not be competent to stand trial. However, they have not been charged with any sex crimes.
Yes, it's interesting that the elder Siders were not indicted on any sex offenses, either within the family or outside the family. They are just facing the multiple endangering children charges that range from a misdemeanor up to the 2nd degree felony.
Yeah, I get that, Chrissy. But is that the expense we want to take for this person to actually do something again? You know, what if this guy actually harms another child? That county's going to go bankrupt for sure. I did have a gut feeling about this. I did. I thought this stuff was going to get sexual. I did. And it has. And what I'm seeing, I don't even think it's their children, guys. I think it's 2 other people's children. Because I'll play another video after this that shows us the person and the people that were involved. Like, I think he went and got picked up over some shit that they might have done with other children. And then when they come to get his DNA, because he got brung up in the investigation, so they come to get some DNA. Then they fucking, oh, hello, we got 16 kids living in fucking squalor. Like, what? This will blow your mind, dude. If you're an investigator, this would blow your mind.
So what we can conclude from that is apparently they don't have enough evidence now to proceed on sex offenses inside that home, or alternatively, they never occurred.
Now, that was former Franklin.
But if they indicted them on sex offenses already, the 2 already, that means they've brung enough evidence to a grand jury to say, hey, we want to indict them. Look at all this evidence we have. So the grand jury goes over all the evidence and says, yep, go ahead and indict them. I don't like the indict system. I just don't.
County prosecutor Ron O'Brien with some analysis for us. Let's watch one more time what the Vinton County prosecutor and the sheriff had to say about this investigation.
A Vinton County grand jury today has issued indictments in 3 criminal cases involving sexual abuse and child endangerment. These charges stem from criminal investigations conducted by the Vinton County Sheriff's Office and the Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigations, BCI. The cases are being prosecuted by the Vinton County Prosecutor's Office with the assistance from the Highland County Prosecutor's Office and the Ohio Attorney General's Special Prosecutions Unit. In December of 2025, at the request of the Vinton County Sheriff's Office, BCI's Special Victims Unit opened an investigation into...
Okay, so in 2025 in December, at the request from Vinton County Sheriff's Department, that means at a request from the Sheriff's Department, they're asking basically Ohio Bureau of Investigations to open up an investigation, help us with this investigation on this case.
allegations of sexual abuse involving 2 children. Information obtained in this investigation prompted BCI in March of 26 to open a second.
Okay, so information that they got in that case prompted them to open up another investigation, which would probably be on Gary Siders, I'm taking. Okay, that's how I'm getting it.
Investigation. This one involving allegations of unlawful sexual conduct with a minor.
Okay, so I was wrong. So they got, oh, wow. So they decided to open up a whole nother case involving the same children, but this time because they had sex. So there's 2 different cases for having sex on 2 different kids.
On June 30th, authorities executed a search warrant at a residence in Hamden, Ohio, and Benton.
So that's what happened. He came up in investigation. Gary Siders Jr. came up in an investigation. Apparently him and his wife, obviously, because she got charges too. And they came to get some DNA, and then they seen how the children were living, man.
County on Omer Street.
We don't
There's
have
been
grand
a lot
juries.
of speculation and
I mean, we have a grand jury system, but we never use it.
questions regarding the June 30th presence on Omer Street in Hamden. These indictments provide some insight into the ongoing investigation. However, to preserve the integrity of the ongoing investigation and to protect the victims, I conclude my statement here. I am thankful.
Okay, so it's going to come out. This is going to come out because all the people that are involved, the other dudes that are involved, there's other dudes involved.
For the work of my deputies and our fellow partners at BCI. We will continue to pursue justice in these cases.
These cases began as an investigation into family child sex abuse. Law enforcement sought the DNA of...
So they weren't even, this case wasn't even opened up because they weren't taking care of their kids. This started because Gary and his wife came up in a sexual abuse case with somebody else's fucking kids, probably. Or they're letting their kids get fucked by somebody else. Something strange like that. And then they come to the house to do a search warrant to get some DNA because somebody left some DNA behind, probably. Wow. Wow.
Gary Siders Jr. related to the child sex abuse case. Once Siders Jr. was located, search warrants were executed to secure his DNA for genetic testing.
Yep.
Upon serving the search warrants for the child sex abuse case, the existence and condition of the 16 children at the Omer Street house became known.
Okay, so there. What makes us think that this didn't happen to the children that were in there, guys? Holy moly. So they're there to conduct a search warrant for his DNA for some sexual abuse shit, and they open the door and he's got 16 kids, bro. Wow. Holy moly, dude. This is going to get crazy, man. Hi, Stacy. This is going to get crazy. I guarantee you something was going on with those kids. I'm going to say it now.
The child sex abuse cases involve intra-family relations and do not pose a
I'm
risk
saying it now.
to the general public. And I would also...
So all of the cases involve inter-family relations. You sick fool. I don't like it. 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 This is foul work, homeboy. This is foul work, homeboy. You're just abusing the people that are weak, bro. You're getting the children and shit, man. You're gross, man. Those other 2 dudes, they're gonna get it too, you know, because like the public don't care for this type of stuff, guys. It's gross. Like they opened up the door for a sex abuse case to get his DNA, and he's got 16 kids living in one fucking room, bro. And did you guys seen the house? Like we know what was happening to those kids, guys. We don't even have to say it.
Does not involve human trafficking. This case all started with diligent Dollar General clerks.
Is it not trafficking, though? Because you're using your children, maybe. I'm not going to say that for sure. This is all allegedly. Yeah, the Dollar General clerk.
Calling authorities with concerns over children they observed. We ask the public to be mindful of the circumstances around them, especially involving children. We continue to ask for the public's respect for the rights and privacy of the child victims in this case. I'd like to add a thank you to the Vinton County Sheriff's Office.
Good job, man. Keep it up. Keep up the good work, man. Keep up the good work, man. Put them behind bars. Put them behind bars, man. Hold on, y'all. Here's another one. This one right here talks about the people that were with him. The people that are charged with him. They're calling this the hidden children on Omer Street, dude. Think of how psychotic that sounds. Wow. Right on, Hillbilly. Well, I'm sure they're going through all that, Mindy. I'm sure they're definitely going through DNA samples of seeing whose kids are whose, like what. And apparently all of them are Elizabeth's. Hold on, we got it. So they've been following the case
from that home on Omer Street.
But tonight we learn that child endangerment investigation is actually the third of three separate investigations. 10 TV's Libby Cathy is joining us in studio tonight to walk us through the new details. Libby?
That's right, Yolanda, Jeff. We learned today what initially led authorities to the Siders' home where they discovered those 16 children. It was a separate child sexual abuse investigation, one initially involving.
There he is. Look at this shit, bro. Josh Saunders, 4 charges, 3 counts of the R word, gross sexual imposition. What is that? What is that? What is that? What is gross sexual? It's an Ohio code. Otherwise, the offender purposely compels the other person or one of the other persons to submit by force or threat of force. Wow, bro. So this guy's a real creep, dude. This guy's a real creep. That gross sexual imposition is a charge where he's threatening you. You're either going to do it or I'm going to harm you. I don't know. I am so fucked. Like, here he is, y'all. That's him that started all this shit.
2 children and 2 South Bloomingville men, according to authorities. That's 23-year-old Josh Saunders. You see him on your screen.
So he's got charges against men, too?
Charged with rape and gross sexual imposition, and 40-year-old Brandon Henderson Sr. indicted on 21 charges.
21 charges, bro. What are we witnessing here, dude? So he's got 8 counts of rolling up on women, telling them, you better do it or I'm going to get you. That's crazy, guys. These people need off our planet. Erase them from the galaxy. Erase him from the galaxy, man. There's no purpose to have this person on the planet whatsoever. Like, show me one. They're just ruining our planet. This is gross, man. Let's keep it going.
Including endangering children and sexual battery. These men were arrested today. And that investigation led authorities to Elizabeth and Gary Siders Jr. and separate allegations that the couple sexually abused a minor in 2022. We're told that minor was not a member of their immediate family.
So it wasn't even, so it's a little cousin probably, dude.
Authorities were acting on that sexual abuse investigation on June 30th, there to collect Gary Siders Jr.'s DNA when they discovered the 16 children, sparking the child endangering investigation.
These cases began as
This is tough, y'all. This is tough. I don't even know how I'm supposed to cover this. I don't know how I'm supposed to cover this. Because I know it's going to come out that he did something with all them children, dude. It's going to come out. It's going to come out. This is creepy, dude. This is like something like the Turpin case, definitely, but maybe even more gross and morbid. You know, like it already is. Like, but I'm not like taking away what the Turpin case was. That was horrible as well. Them poor kids went to foster care and got treated bad there too. I wish I could become a millionaire so I could just go around and help people. Yeah, Josh Saunders is married to Gary's sister. Yep, very true. These guys are weird, man. This is a whole family of people that marry underage children. This is a whole family of this. A whole family of probably incest, you know? And that family of 16 was living worse than the Whitakers were, guys. I thought the Whitakers were living the worst I've ever seen. But when the cameras went into that person's house, oh my God, it was unlivable. At least there was a place to sit at the Whitakers. There wasn't even a place to sit at this house. That might have just been their sex dungeon or something. What a bunch of fucking weird people, dude. There's no space on earth for these people. They need to quit stealing our oxygen. Chat, can we do something with them from the galaxy? Like, can we smack them with the galaxy smack and get them up out of here? There's a lot going to come out in this, Mindy. I'm going to stay following it. I just don't know how I'm going to be able to do it, man. You guys seen me with Rebecca's story, y'all. It just touches my little poor little fucking heart, man. It does. I can't even dream of children having to go through this type of like living and like it's bad. This is bad, dude. Yeah, same. I kind of expected it seen, but like the more it sits in, it's like so much bad could be going on, man. I just can't take it, dude. My little poor heart, man. I got a little bitty heart when it comes to stuff like this. The children, dude. The children thing is just my fucking weakness, I guess. I don't know. It has to be. I don't like people harming women and children. I know there's things where like women do something to a man and a man has to fight back and all that. I get all that, but just outright harming women, yeah, I'm not cool with that either. It becomes overwhelming. It does. It's like, look how they were living, y'all. Like when the cameras went in there and showed the actual place that they were living in, look how they were living. And then think about now what's coming out. There's going to be so much more. And it's probably going to be that a lot of those children in that house were being treated very bad. It's going to be said that they were treated very, very bad. That's so horrible, dude. Yeah, for sure, China. And I hope they go into the right places. I hope the right families do the right thing with them, because there's a lot of love in this world to be given. And these kids are going to need it more than anything, dude. There's going to be so much else, Lily. Shout out to all you parents that did it right. Shout out to all you parents that fought through the struggle. You continue to fight through the struggle. No matter what life's thrown at you, shout out to you guys for sticking through the battle and doing it the right way. And I'm not saying I know the right way because there is no right way to raise kids, but there kind of is, and we know it. But I'm just saying you did your best. That's all I'm basically saying. And you guys need a fucking shout out for that. Any of you, dads, mamas, that shit is
aggressive as fuck.
It is. That is aggressive as fuck. Raising your babies. That's raising your babies. That's aggressive as fuck. Raising your babies. That's a real man, a real woman. Taking care of your responsibilities first, your children first, you know? And that's what you have to do. You have to put them first. And like, I don't know. I just don't care to know what's going to come out in this, man, but I'm going to. No, hey, Eulanus, there's a lot of us in here that have children with learning disabilities and things like that. You're even more special. You guys are even more special, you know? Those kind of mothers are even more special. Those kind of fathers are even better, you know? I think people that can raise children to know right from wrong when they grow up are superheroes, dude. What's up, Elizabeth? It's fucking crazy, man, that they were living that way. That house was just, ugh. Dude, I wouldn't let anyone live like that. That was in my family, no one would live like that. We got to step in, yo. We have to have an intervention. I don't know what they were doing, Elizabeth. Apparently, they did something with somebody else's kids, but it's in their family. But who knows what they were doing with their kids? That's what I'm saying. Like, dude, this is weird. This is bad. The people that are charged with them are charged with some crazy crimes, dude. Like that Josh Saunders dude, that Brian Anderson dude. All you Anderson. I'm just kidding. It's not all you Anderson. I think they could have been selling the kids, but like, damn, where's the money going? Drugs. Probably drugs. I still stand by. I believe drugs has a lot to do with this. I do. Probably a lot of speed is what I'm seeing. I don't know about y'all, but that little girl's aged like crazy. Brandon Henderson. Okay. Access to all this. Oh, man. I hope, I'll tell you this. And I know kids watch YouTube and things like that. If they ever come across this, anybody ever comes across this, I hope the children do the right thing and tell on their parents. I do. I hope they do the right thing and they tell on them. You have to. You need to. You don't have to, but you need to. Yeah, but sometimes when you do so much speed, it makes you actually lazy. So all you want to do is sit around and smoke speed and do speed. And then you create this big ass tolerance, right? That most of the speed ain't even getting you high throughout the day. So that's what you're doing. You're just chasing a buzz. Yeah. It'll actually turn you lazy. It's only like a boost when you first start doing it. Like most drugs, when you first start doing them, they're great. And then they slowly turn into a bad idea. This is bad, y'all. I just like covering it is going to be hard, but I'm going to. Covering this is going to be hard. But I'm going to probably start to do some deep diving into who these dudes are. Maybe come up here and talk about that tomorrow, chat. Go look at Josh Saunders. Go hang out. Go check out Brandon Henderson. How about that? We find out who these goofballs are and what they've been doing. We might lead to something up with the ciders, too. Everybody have a beautiful night. Hug your family. Let them know you care. You guys are legends. You guys are just legends. Give yourselves a pat on your back, man. You're still here, and you made it further than these idiots. And you didn't have to do it touching kids. These are sickos. The other day, I was speaking to somebody a little older than me. And they told me once I realized what evil is, and you start to see what evil is, like on the planet, like evil, you'll start seeing things a little differently. And I still kind of stick with it, listen to it a little bit still. Like I'm still trying to process it. But I kind of know what he means, you know? Because people are just evil. And it's just a certain people. It's not everybody. It's some people are evil. And that's just evil. You guys have a great night, man. I love y'all. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye, chat.
I gon' come with safety. The only time I'm safe is when I'm dangerous. Posted in the 30 with this 30, trying to leave them brainless. We still in the jets, exactly where them boys say we ain't hanging. Put cheese on my head, I come collect that shit. You think I'm playing? Trouble hop out busting at it, brother. Miss you know I'm hitting. We got O's and Bo's in here, and we got wood cook in the kitchen. If I say go get them, they go get them. Young boy fingers itching, fingers squeezing on the trigger. They heard all them glitches. Money man, I run it up. If I fall off, I'm poking shit. Told that bitch quit
for asking questions. I hate all that notice shit. We send shots the whole year round, no ring around the road and shit. My little bro, he makes it vanish, he with hocus pocus shit. Chopper bust, they hit the ground. It's too many sticks around. We known to get greasy, pussy. Don't you have your bitch around? Switch up on this bitch, I catch him deep, get a whole click around. Put us in the midst of shit that we ain't do, we spinning now. Bitch keep trying to tell me slide, think she trying to set the pick. Other hoes been tripping, texting my bitch on that messy shit. Left a boy out there with his brains out, yeah, that's that messy shit. Bought another Glock, let's catch a op so I can test the bitch.